I remember in the early 2000s, this card made the news for the very first time because it sold for like $100,000. It was a PSA 10 or a BGS 10 or something like that. And as a result of that sale, Sports Illustrated reached out to the grading companies and asked them to not grade their cards because they weren't meant to be collectibles. They were meant to be just fun little inserts included with the kids magazine. But for a lot of big athletes outside of mainstream sports, the SI for Kids cards oftentimes is their first card and only, I guess, rookie card, even though it's not licensed. And collectors seem to ignore that for some of these. Most of them are going to be worthless, but for a handful of the athletes feature for the first time on these SI for Kids cards, they have some pretty significant premiums, and Tiger Woods is one of them. So, hard to grade. There were, I guess, a bazillion of these magazines printed, and therefore a lot of these cards, they came in 9-card panel inserts that were perforated. And I guess the real trick to getting a high grade on these is maintaining the perforations. That's what's key. If you try to cut them out with scissors, I guess you're going to get a low grade. And so there's a certain number of perforations for each edge. Now, Tiger Woods was in the middle of the 9-card panel. He was surrounded by 4 yellow bordered cards. And so as a result, oftentimes you'll see one or more borders with like a yellow, I have it on mine here on the bottom, a little bit of a yellow edge. I'm not sure if that impacts the grading. I imagine it might, because I think you probably want a solid color all around. But again, I believe it all comes down to the perforations. And so if done carefully and effectively, then you should earn a high grade for this card. And so here's an SGC 8.5 Tiger Woods, and I do like that design. It's a pretty nice looking card in my opinion. And I've got Serena. So again, 8.5 grade, and I'm looking this over, maybe because I see the perforations here and here. Along the top, they're maybe not cut out as well, and hence the 8.5, just speculating. Now this edge here, she was on the side of the panel, so she was in the middle side, and as a result, there are no perforations on this edge. Serena Williams, the greatest female tennis player in history, and again, not unlike Tiger Woods, her very first card is this 1999 Sports Illustrated for Kids. The first mainstream licensed issue would be from that massively overproduced Net Pro set from 2003, for which I believe she has a few cards in there. But it seems to be that collectors or investors or whatever, people ignore the fact that these cards are not officially licensed. They look beyond that and then treat them as, because they're the very first cards available, they basically are priced accordingly. There's a couple other cards that intrigue me from the SI for Kids. Michael Phelps, another big name athlete who has no other cards that I'm aware of except for that one from 2004. And then Usain Bolt has a card, I believe it's 2008. In the case of Tiger and Serena, this is it. So there you go. Thanks for watching.